What's up, guys? It's Friday night and I figured I'd go live and just hang out with some of you guys. I don't have a ton of time because the wife wants to watch a movie, but I feel like it would be just cool to go live for a little bit. And the topic of tonight is, are aquarium starter kits a ripoff? It's kind of just on a whim to have a decent topic we can talk about. I'm gonna pull up the chat here on screen so I can see it. And I should turn on the light to that piranha tank. 1 second. All right, and I'm back. Looks like some people are showing up to the chat here. It's Friday night, hopefully no one else is live. I'm getting sick, like I said in one of my previous videos, so I'm just not really 100%, but I'm still able to hang out. See if I can down this lighting a little. Shout me out, Tino Aquatic. Shout out to Tino Aquatics. If you want to check out his channel, I don't know if you upload, man. But pulling up the chat here. To start this topic, starter kits, what I'm going to do is just do a basic Google search for aquarium starter kit and see what comes up. Because I'm kind of out of the loop. I know that Walmart has some starter kits that we talked about in the previous chats, and the consensus was that it's pretty much not worth the money. But I don't know how I feel about this because, all right, let's see, get the chat coming up here. Can you show the big predator tank? And are you getting an Oscar? Please get one. I've had so many Oscars, man, and the bio loads are so crazy. Like, I feel like I need to get rid of some of these Midas in the predator tank behind me. And believe me, guys, the predator tanks in the shop build, the predator tanks are going to be massive. The 500-gallon plywood tank is going to be the new predator tank. All those guys are going in there, and yes, I am working on it. Michigan Aquatics made the stream. Yeah, I figured Friday night. I don't have a ton of time because the wife wants to watch a movie, and I believe it's important to balance out family time with all my fish tank time. So that was one promise. Top Secret Aquatics, what's up? Okay, so back to the topic. Are aquarium starter kits a ripoff? And what I did was I did a quick search in Google. Fish tank aquarium starter kits, and PetSmart comes up first. And I know PetSmart has some pretty good ones. A really popular one is I think it's a 60-gallon Marineland setup that's a taller. It's the same footprint as a 55, but it's a little taller. And it looks like there's a bajillion starter kits, things below 5-gallon tanks. And I think the biggest setback with these small tanks is that people commonly buy the small tanks for betas, and it's too much flow for the internal, like, I know this because in beta fish keepers, all those starter kits have too powerful of filters, and you have to build a baffle, and a lot of betas die because they're stressed out from all that water flow. So let me know what you guys think. When is the arrow coming, Lucas? Wicked Tanks, Industries, North Carolina. Hope everyone is having a great night. Top Secret Aquatics, what's up? It turns out there's a lot of people online right now, Friday night, hanging out. Anything to do with aquatics is a ripoff. I have no money, yeah. Dude, I can say, in my personal opinion, that I think like 60% of, or even maybe even 70% of all products made in this industry are a complete, like, borderline scam of being needed to have successful fish tanks. I need to get a haircut too. My hair is all over the place. I apologize. I don't know why I'd apologize for that, but it can be an expensive hobby, that's for sure. I feel like if we can like educate down to the nitty gritty of what is actually needed, and I did a video months ago on just the basic setup of a freshwater aquarium, and it's literally like the box doesn't even have to be glass. It can be a tote. It can be anything you want it to be. The heater and the filter, that's literally all you need. The substrate, some people were like, oh, well, a substrate is part of the ecosystem. You really don't need it. So it's literally that simple. And a lot of the filters are a sales gimmick. It's a hoax, guys. Like a lot of the filter cartridges that you throw away, they're a hoax. All right, let's look at some more of these starter kits. I want to look at some of like the bigger ones because Chewy has a bunch of starter kits. All right, let's hit up the chat. Thinking out of the tank. Sup, bro? Brian Johnson, shout out to you. Don't need a substrate, but most of us like the look of one. Yes, I will never run bare bottom tanks. I hate the look. It's just, even like when I get stingrays, they won't be bare bottom tanks. And some of you may disagree, but they just don't look right. And I personally believe in creating a natural habitat, trying to recreate that. Tofe Vlogs, please answer. I didn't see your question, repost it. The chat's kind of taken off. So I have a juvenile green terror, had him for a month or two. He is only 3 inches. How long does it realistically take to get full grown? Green terrors grow really slow. I have 2 of them in this tank right now, and I had just a beauty of a 4 or 5 inch green terror like 7 months ago. And that's what I initially did the green terror video on, and he's in that video, and I sold him. That's what sucks about this, you know, like when you sell some of your favorite fish, like, I don't know, it's tough because when you have so many tanks, you almost have to be in like the business of it, essentially, to kind of, you know, like to make up for all the money you spend, because it turns into a monthly deal where, you know, you got to pay my electric bill. I don't have a monthly electric bill that's under $300. It just doesn't happen. So, like, and sometimes they're into the 400s, and a lot of people are like, "What?" Like, yeah, it sucks. What's the problem with suction cups? Suction cups. I'm not sure where you're going with that, man. They wear out, so you eventually have to change them. Can I get a red devil with my red Oscar, my Jag, and my 70 gallon? I'm getting a 70 gallon. Yeah, you can. Just when they get to be adulthood. You know, I've kept, an Oscar grows fast. You'll have a 12-inch Oscar in a year of good feedings, and you'll need to upgrade, and you're gonna have to do like water changes every 3 days. And I don't care what kind of filter you have, because when you have big fish in small tanks, it's just how it works. I'm worried someone would vandalize my fish, so I decided not to. All right, so back to these starter kits. I would like to, you guys, how about if you believe, we'll make this easy. If you believe starter kits are a ripoff, click the thumbs down, just as like being funny, because I'd tell you to do a thumbs up to like help this video, but give it a thumbs down because that'd just be funny. All right, aquarium starter kits I get on Amazon. One of the top sellers is a 5-gallon Marine Land. That's like a tall cube. I'm not gonna keep much in there, maybe a Betta or some guppies. The Aquarium 10-gallon is a hot seller too. That is a best seller. That's not a bad deal. That is an Aquarium filter, Aquarium 10-gallon tank, and an LED lid for $73. I don't know, that's kind of spendy. Oh, it comes with a heater. $74. I don't know if I'm there, because I can get a 10-gallon tank at Walmart for $13, or Petco's $1 per gallon sale for $10. Tax it out, $12. A lid, a glass lid for $14. That's around $25. A filter. You know, no matter how you boil it, you're right around that same price margin. So it's really about, I think it boils down to a person. If you're okay having they're like generic LED, like they're kind of stupid, because they'll come with like 6 LED diodes and they're not very bright. So if you plan to do live plants, it's not going to be a good route. You absolutely can't do live plants. Maybe some Anubias with some like you know, a good plant substrate or something, but you're not going to be able to do live plants. And the filter is most likely going to be mildly terrible. So I'm going to market as a starter kits as a ripoff. Not, I don't know, the ripoff, the word ripoff is kind of like harsh. I don't know, I'm just gonna call it, if you're smart, you don't go with the starter kits. I'm gonna sum it up as that. Michigan Aquatics, you should get wafers for Corey's. Yeah, I have some wafers. The best wafers on the market right now, the algae wafers, are by Fluval, because everyone's been crazing those as the best for like Placos, Corey's, and like herbivore side fish. Did you see my channel and did you like it? Yeah, I checked it out, Michigan Aquatics. There's so many channels to check out. Overly expensive. Yeah, the kits are pretty dang spendy. So, but this hobby in itself is spendy. I think the Black Friday deal comes with, for the one of the most popular deals I hear about is the Black Friday deal, and it's a 60-gallon Marineland with a Penguin 350, comes with glass lids and a stand, and I think it's $199. And I personally feel like that is a great deal. And it's but it's only on Black Friday. But I know a bunch of friends that buy them on the website, and you can go to the store a couple days later, and you don't even have to go and deal with the huge crowds. The starter kits are just easier though for someone who has never had a tank before. Yeah, I think if you're gonna go a starter kit, go with PetSmart's the 125-gallon deal. I think it's $3.99 or $4.99 for that 6-foot 125, and it comes with the Penguin 450, I think, in glass. I don't know if it comes with glass lids. That's a good question. But the 60-gallon tank is a good deal. What up, man? Ian Brome. I'm gonna take a look at some of the chat here. Show us your Jack Dempseys. You really want to see the Dempseys? Okay. Let's see if I can unplug the camera. Should I get a convict red devil? Because you said the red devils get crazy and they grow adulthood. Yeah, red devils get crazy. So there's my Dempseys. There is 3 of them in here. There's only 2 of them right here in the front. This one was actually donated in the back there because he got just beat up, like just molested, and I had to like get him back to health. You can still see his tail is all like chopped up back there. So as you can see, the duckweed, the giant duckweed is doing pretty well. I'm seeing the plecos though go up there and try to sneak it, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. Hopefully it can reproduce before the plecos can eat it all. Ouch, that hurt my elbow. All right, let's get this chat going. I love the flower horn. I wish I had one or have one. Ah, dude, actually that was just donated to me. Like I never found myself getting into flower horns until you own one. And that's really common in fish keeping. I feel like either someone donates a fish to you, or you go to the fish store and someone brought it in as a surrender and you go, man, I feel bad for that fish. I'm just gonna bring it home. That has happened to me with so many fish, and then that's how you get down the wormhole of becoming completely addicted to all kinds of fish. Like, same thing happened to me with Beischer, just all kinds of fish. The Rose Queen, Midas. Like, I had no idea about Midas, and like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Could you make an Instagram? You know, Instagram just really isn't my cup of tea. I'm not into like, I don't know, I'm so obsessed with YouTubing. Like, this is so much fun. And if you're not on YouTube yet, I don't know, like I'm obsessed with this. But I need to target Facebook a little better, I think. What do you think the minimum tank size is for a flower horn, and how do you get fish donated to you? Well, when you become the crazy fish guy and you're covered with tattoos of fish, and people just tend to talk, and eventually when you have so many tanks, things just happen that way. It's like when you know a guy that does tiling, like that's the guy that knows tiling, and I'm the weird fish guy. You hit a level of weirdness. So see if I can get this set a little better. Does anyone know if platinum have hormones? You have no idea what you're talking about, man. I didn't get into flower horns until I saw yours. Now I have 3. Yes, flower horns in red Texas, those 2 being mixed are so addicting. Can I get a Severum to go with my Jag? Peacock bass and convicts. I wouldn't do that. A peacock bass, their mouths can hinge open like massive, and a Severum is going to get eaten. Like, bass are crazy. I'm so jealous that your flower horn is with other fish. They had a flower horn at the experience in the tank. with the other fish. Everyone kept asking them how they do it. You know, I truly believe it's about you have to keep the fish with other fish with similar attitudes. You know, like, and there's 3 variables. I've said this a billion times. Number 1, tank size. It needs to be able to have enough room to bolt off and get away if it needs to. Number 2, other fish, numbers. And number 3, hiding spots, pots, places to get into to just completely get away. God, that light is extremely annoying to me right now. Here. That's redneck status there, dude. God, it's still bad. Or wait, it's not that tank. This one. Yes. Sorry, I'm a Nazi with like, when you shoot videos, you become a Nazi about things like that. I definitely think it can be done, and it's overly made a big deal with so many people. Yeah, if you get on YouTube, like all the videos are like, you can never keep flower horns with other fish. How big is a tank with your flower horn? That is a 6 foot 125. I can get those locally for $2.99, so $300. I believe it's a tremendous deal, and that's with no stand. Where can I get a peacock bass? Do you know? I would check out Aquabid, or there's a bunch of fish. There's some big sellers. I've been doing a lot of videos with Angry Fish Sales. You could reach out to them. They might have some. There's, you know, it really depends. There's a couple different types, like, too, you could choose from. Thanks, Ethan. Ian Brown, flower horns, and Oscars. I would be confident to throw a Oscar in there, and it would really help when fish are raised together. That's another huge variable. What can I put in there to grow out with them? Michigan Aquatics. Let me see what you're talking about here. Oh, you have you're talking about with your peacock? A lot of people don't keep much with peacocks. I saw a tank today. I reached out to a guy because he's got some massive datnoids with peacock bass. Fish that are similar size, similar attitudes, and the common ones are stingrays, because if you got a peacock bass, you probably have a massive tank. Stingrays, because they're bottom dwellers, and peacock bass are obviously mid swimmers, top level, you know, so that works. Datnoids, other bass, I would feel confident with like big Oscar fish or big red devils. Oh God, I took some NyQuil and it's not sitting well with me. So my throat is on fire. I'm sick, like I said. Hopefully it doesn't Randolph Santos, what's up, bro? How's it going? Jock Zacharias, hey, Chris. But yeah, I'm trying to get off at around 8 o'clock. So hopefully, my wife's choosing a movie right now, and hopefully she picks a good one. So I only pick like men's movies, you know, like I'm really big into crime stuff or action-packed driving killer movies. You know, I'm a stupid man, so we try to find a middle ground. We're really into horror flicks, so we'll commonly rent horror flicks that aren't too terrible, because it's really common for horror films to be absolutely garbage. Check out floodlights on eBay. Great affordable lights in different temperatures to choose from. Yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of the shop light setups. DIY Joey just did a recent video on using a bunch of shop lights. You know, LEDs are kind of like just overly, how can I say this? Overly complicated, because what you need is LEDs, they make different lighting spectrums and you just choose from them. Like the shop light is a 6,000 Kelvin, 6,000 K, and it's a white light. Same with this light and that light. You know, like you can just choose, if you're not into plants and don't need other spectrums, it's really easy. It's just a 6K, and you can save a lot of money by just going with like shop lights. Haunted Hill on Netflix was all right. We'll check that out. Let me write that down. Haunted Hill. I write things in my hand like a loser because I have the attention span of a 7-year-old. My red Oscar makes me bleed when he bites him. When he bites me. Well, don't let him bite you. I don't know. I'd never let my fish bite me. I don't like self-infliction. So, does any else think DIY Joey's flower is the other flower horn in the world? Ethan, I don't like to talk badly about Joey because he's a, this sounds corny, but he's a huge idol of mine, and I refuse to talk badly about him or his fish. I just got into it with Michael. You might follow his channel, Michael's Fish Room. He kind of talks badly about him. I really disapprove with other like YouTubers ripping on other YouTubers, because this is a tough game and people don't understand. It's hard. Like, it takes, yeah. But yeah, his flower horn, man. Flower horns, I preached about this before. Like, it's, the beauty is in the person. You know, like, I got the ugliest red Texas in the world, but I'm still keeping them. It's called Haunting of the Hill House. I don't like flower horns at all, each to their own. Yeah, I'm kind of done with flower horns. It was a weird stage. Like, I was obsessed, but now I'm on to arowanas. And I have a terrible attention span, and I get into obsessions on a weekly basis. So I will apologize in advance if my channel's all over the place, because that's how my obsessions work. I'm obsessed with arowanas right now. On my breaks at work, I just look at videos of arowanas. And next week, it might be diamond stingrays. You should check out A Quiet Place. Yeah, I'm trying to find good horror films. So if you guys have any, comment them before I go watch it. So I'm watching Louis Flower Horn of the World, Haunted Hill. Try not to miss any of these chats. Bare minimum is 40 breeder for flower horn. I would agree. That's a good size. Bare minimum. I want to give some shout outs here before I go. Michigan Aquatics. You need a featherfin catfish. I need to do a video on a featherfin. So if any of you guys have any footage, send it to me. They're awesome and do great with cichlids. The featherfin is the one that's commonly kept with Africans, right? You should check out A Quiet Place. Shout out to Ethan, Dakota DeVries, Delive, Jill. Sorry if I'm butchering your names. Merrick, you're always here. I want to give a shout out to all you guys always hanging out. The Conjuring, yes, I've seen that. That is creepy. David F, another video of your Rose Queen. The Rose Queen is doing excellent. I need to get a better video, a better light on there right now, or I'd show you. The boy is a decent flick. Another video of Rose Queen. There's not a lot of people that keep Rose Queen, so it's like, sometimes when I do multiple videos on one fish, I often wonder if like I'm oversaturating. I don't know. I do my best to get here. Heck yeah. I don't know how to do like set alerts for when I'm going to go live. A bunch of you guys were like, hey, set an alert. I have no idea how to even do that. So, and it kind of sucks because when I go live, it's kind of just like whoever happens to be on. So I need to figure that out. And I probably have more in the live streams if I were to set those alerts. Love your videos, man. Keep it up. I'm gonna try to go live streaming more. My setup is all over the place. It's I'm in shambles right now, like my mind. I'm setting up I got a new webcam. I have all kinds of cameras just laying all over the place from just shooting 4K vid, underwater vids. I need to set some time and just categorize my life again. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Otter Creek Aquatic, shout out to you. I have an Oscar, largemouth bass, same tank. Largemouth bass is very passive. Yeah, largemouth bass are crazy fish, man. Like those are like next level because their jaws can unhinge so crazy. Like in freshwater lakes, local to me, the freshwater bass is like invasive almost because they're just crazy. More green tears, damn, missed it all. Yeah, watch the rewind, I guess, or replay essentially. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to do the alerts so you guys can figure out when I'm going online and we can all hang out. I'm gonna go check out that video, guys. It was awesome hanging out with all you guys. Give this video a thumbs down because that'd be hilarious. No, just do whatever you want. So I'm just hanging out. More vids to come. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Today's Friday. I'm gonna do a little relaxation tonight and hit it hard tomorrow. So without further ado, thanks guys again.